that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of election, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted.
With their hands on every piece of our lives, their eyes on every need in our smiles. Have they painted all the clouds in your sky? Have they painted every breath in your life? In vain.
Thank you for the reduction in volume. Perhaps now.
What's up, G Money Johnston?
Yeah, Gerard. Good afternoon, Gerard. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tony Gulledge, the Great White Capper, coming to you on BettorCenter Live this afternoon. We're not going to make this a long show. We're going to try to make this a truncated version. It's going to be me with the help of Matty Stotts. Going to quickly begin the show going over the Major League Baseball action for Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. Early action for me saw a two-teamer cash with the Mets and the Reds. Although the Reds, it was kind of a long, protracted 10th inning rally that finally got them over the hump. Mets got up, Walker pitched well, Mets got up and pretty much cruised to the finish line. So it was a half a sweat able to get through. But for me, MLB card tonight, best bet, I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going with Ryu. I don't know how I keep picking on the Braves, but they get into these spots as favors against these competent pitchers. I still want to bet against them here. So tonight, Ryu. Toronto, look for him to have a quality start. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs or less allowed. Hoping to get a couple more outs out of him, maybe closer to 7 than 6. 20 outs would be perfect, but we'll see how that goes. That's best bet on the card for me tonight. Also, do like I'm going to go against something I normally haven't been going against a lot. That would be a left-hander against the White Sox. I know last year I just kind of rolled with that statistic. Every time the White Sox played a left-hander, just automatically went with the White Sox. This year, not quite the strength, and I think Happ is the kind of pitcher that can tiptoe his way around the lineup. So I like the Twins at plus 126. And then my action-packed. What about Monday? Let's see. That's Marcus. Do I take the time?
Yeah, he's referring to the Utah Jazz, probably.
All right, let's go here. Monday, Texas Gibson. Did not end well, Ralph. I don't have anything marked on here. I just do remember it came down to the bitter end, and I came up on the short end of the stick. And the Utah Jazz, I do now recall, yes, it came down. Similar situation down to the bitter end. They did lose the bet, so I didn't have a good day on Monday. So I guess that's what we're going with. So, yes, Monday is not bad. Now back to today's card. Hopefully looking to bounce back here. Got my pages all messed up, but that's okay. 3 action plays. I gave you my best bet in baseball, Toronto Blue Jays. Also like the Twins. And your 3-pack action card tonight will be the Nationals with Lester at plus 118. I took Duffy. I got it at minus 142. About as chalky as I like to get. I think it's crept up a little bit. I do think the Royals are in a good spot to win tonight. And I backed another dog with the Rays against the Yankees. McHugh on the mound against Cole, plus 168. And that's about it. That plays a lot to do with a fade on Cole at the huge price. He hasn't been cashing out very well. So that's my action card. Matty Stats, who do you like in MLB tonight, bud?
I'll keep it simple. I hit the over in the first Rockies game. I know these games are shorter with the double headers, but I'll just take a shot. I know it's 8 runs in a 7-inning game, but I'm going to go over in Colorado, and then I'll go ahead and play the over 7.5 in the Braves game. So it'll be just a 2 total card in MLB. Just the over Colorado and over Atlanta for Matty Statty. Should we go to NBA or NHL?
NBA. Go ahead, give us who do you like in NBA tonight?
NBA, I think we did cash. It's funny Marcus brings up our losers, but we both had the Wizards the other night, and I think you come right back with the Wizards to 7. And I picked the over on the show on Monday. I'm going to stick with the over, so that'll be pretty much it for me in the NBA. Washington, the over, come right back with it. I think would be a good pick. What's your thoughts on NBA, Tony?
I just have the one play for tonight, best bet play. I took the Portland. I think they're on a good roll. I got it at +2. Now I see it's kind of drifted down a touch, but I still think Portland, I just like them to win tonight. I like them with the momentum. Hopefully it's not a mental play where I'm just not going with the Jazz after that. I just think the Jazz's interest at this point might be waning just a touch in anticipation of the playoffs. So that's why I'm kind of trepidatiously picking spots in the NBA here to the finish line. You just got to be concerned with motivation for some of these teams as they take the court each night. These next few nights, there's going to be plenty of games that are meaningless to both teams. So be careful wagering some of these games. But that's what I got. I just got the single play in the NBA. Portland, our man Matty Stats in the NBA, is going with the Washington Wizards and over the posted total in that contest. Moving forward, we'll take a peek over to the NHL, where currently we have one game underway. The Edmonton Oilers, at the end of the second period, lead the Montreal Canadiens 3-2. 3-2 Oilers at the end of 2. Plenty. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more games on the card. See, just checking everybody out here. Greg with Portland. Marcus giving us Ottawa is his play tonight. I'm looking them up here. They're playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anderson against Gustafsson is confirmed for Ottawa. He has no start, so they got probably a bit of an unknown quantity at the goal tonight, but Marcus likes them at +170. That seems like a good price. I think it might have drifted down a little bit. Riccardi coming in with the Vegas Knights at -210. Fleury expected with his 25-10 record. Obviously one of the better goaltenders. And when you bet him, you pay the price like you are tonight, -210. Hard to bet against him, to be honest, but I don't really have an appetite for the 210. But good luck to you, Greg, with that action. Hopefully they cruise to an easy win. Do you have any action for us tonight there, Mr. Matty Stats, in the NHL?
I'm going to ride with Greg, but I would never lay that juice. I'm going to parlay it with the Minnesota Wild. Just take my chances. I think the Wild are better than the Blues. But that's it for now. I mean, like you said, we're not in a real big card tonight. I mean, there's a few games in NHL and there's a few games in NBA. But the MLB could be some, maybe some late night plays, look into it a little bit further. But, I think Minnesota Wild and Vegas together, at least get you to plus money so you're not laying that -200, which is, absurd in my opinion to ever lay that. But, Minnesota, Vegas, parlay, and that's it for now in NHL. What about you? Anything you want to throw out there?
You know what? I'm going to hold reservations for the rest of the NHL until the playoffs start Saturday. I'm going to be ready to fire off regular membership card. Going to be ready to fire for the entire duration of the NHL postseason. But for now, I'm not really seeing anything I'm wanting to take a bite at. I don't like laying that kind of juice. And at the same time, I'm not seeing any underdog that I'm, teams with absolutely nothing to play for. It's tough to really put a finger on one of these guys and think they're going to win. So I'm laying off the NHL. Like I said, we're going to keep the show a bit truncated tonight. I think we've got pretty much all our action. I see Greg Riccardi coming in with the Wizards. Colorado going for the cup at -1.5. Well, they probably are going for the cup, but I'm not sure they're going to win it tonight against the LA Kings. I appreciate that zeal, though. I mean, they've definitely been one of the better teams all year of Colorado, and -340 tonight. 37-13 record for the Colorado Avalanche, 3 straight winners, 2-1 over Vegas their last time out on Monday, minus 340 at home against the Kings. Just a big fat juice burger. Not sure what the puck line is. I'm going to guess that's still pretty salty.
Probably still minus if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking like minus 160, minus 170 or something. Still kind of salty. The Cup against Vegas, Tony. Get it right.
He likes Colorado and Vegas in the Stanley Cup, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what he means.
All right. And perhaps, like I say, I kind of will let it play out in front of me before I just try to future pick anything. I'm not a big futures guy. I could try to speculate, but I do better when I just kind of go day by day, take them as they come to me. Minus 130 on that puck line. Yeah, they try to really make that look enticing. That makes it even kind of scary.
I think you told me a while ago, why would you give your bookie an interest-free loan?
I don't like interest-free loans. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. What if you put your money down there and somebody dies, man? By the time you get there, same with like a futures ticket, man. I could go put $5,000 on a team and have a heart attack 2 weeks before it and it lays in a drawer. Nobody knows it, finds it, don't know it. It's just fucking free money.
Okay.
You know, shit, who knows, man? I don't know. It's not my game. I know a lot of people like to look into that. I just think anytime you bet these future bets that they're juicing it toward them either way. That typically, if I sat down and did my little mathematical calculations, I'm going to pretty much find that every odds they're offering are a bit shy. And I get they're going to do that, but it makes me not like it. No heart attack, Jack. I said the future bet, man, that's the way my mind works. So, man, if I lay down some cash somewhere, take a paper ticket, next thing I know, I don't know. The car runs off the bridge into the water and the ticket gets destroyed or something. That's the way my brain works. I'd rather just keep the money. And if I think they're going to win, bet them. Try to pick a good spot to bet them in one game. But yeah, we'll do a quick recap for all the action tonight as we head off into another night of MLB action. And the NBA, like I said, is gearing down to the playoffs. You just got a bunch of jockeying for position. Couple teams. I think even in the Western Conference now, that play-in game is kind of set. I'm not sure the Wizards can be caught for 10th in the East. So when you look at a team like the Wizards, they're going to have to win 2 games to get into the bracket. They're going to have to beat the 9-10 game and then beat the loser of the 7-8 game in order to play a 5-game series with Philadelphia. To me, that shit doesn't sound appealing if I was like a Wizard backer, but we'll see if they can run. That's a gauntlet to run. I don't expect them to make it through it. They might jump the first swinging, fucking razor blade trap that comes through. But when they jump that first one, the next one's going to come and take their head off. Good luck making it through that. But here's my card for the for Major League Baseball for Wednesday night. Best bet for me, Toronto Blue Jays with Ryu. Looking for a good start from Ryu tonight. That's kind of my prediction. Hopefully that good start carries me to a probably lower scoring win. Be nice if Toronto pounded out some runs, but I'm not particularly counting on that. Looking for a good start from Ryu, plus 107. Got to play on the Minnesota Twins, J.A. Happ. Going to go against something that worked perfectly last year, and that was playing the White Sox against left-handers. And my action plays will be Washington, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay in MLB. One play only for me in the NBA tonight. I'm going to play the Portland Trailblazers to maintain their current momentum, and they'll get a win at the Utah Jazz. I don't think they're going to be highly motivated. I think they're probably looking more to get rested up. So that's my play. What do you got? Recap your action one last time.
I really like this. I'm staring at it right now on Bookmaker. This Game 2 of this Colorado-San Diego, it's all the way to 7 with the total. And I know it's only 7 innings, guys, but I like that over. I mean, if you even want to wait a half inning and chance it live and get 6.5, I think it's a great number. I think the runs will come later in the game, but I love that over 7 in the Colorado. Like I said, in hockey, I'm taking Vegas Knights parlay with the Minnesota Wild. NBA, I'm going to do a little parlay with the Wizards and over. I actually think the Wizards might win the game tonight. I think Atlanta might actually be letting the foot off the gas. So maybe a small play on the moneyline dog on the Wizards. Real quick, I wanted to mention you're going to be doing anything for the Preakness, and then we could sign out of here.
I'm sure I will. I don't really miss the Triple Crown races, whether I do the in-depth crap I did for the Derby. See, here's the thing about horse racing, and I always take it with gist, and I realize it's fun. I don't ever approach it as though I'm definitely going to win or count on winning. I try to use my imagination, catch a long shot, cash a big ticket without risking a ton of money on it. And I put a lot of time studying for the Derby. I got the form out. And I will say, studying that form got me off the 7, which would have hit the exacta. So, now I'm kind of like, fuck a race form. I'm going to go back to my other technique of basically looking at the connections. And I've seen most of these horses already, so I'm going to have a slight advantage here. But I like the jockey. What I like to look at is the breeding, the sire of the horse and the sire of the mother of the horse. And I can kind of look at those two horses, Mucho Macho Man or whoever, whichever horse it is. I know they're horses I like and are good. A Fleet Alex, you'll just see that pedigree. And that's kind of what'll lean me to certain horses, almost regardless of the odds, although I try to avoid the favorite and hit some of those middle-odd horses. Is kind of usually, and that's what you hit with in the Derby. If you bet the Derby, you didn't get the favorite. You got that next tier of horses, that second, third, fourth choice at the window. And that's pretty much what you got with the 8 horse. So that's what I'm looking for the Preakness on Saturday. And
what do you think of Bob Balfour, the scandal? Real quick, you think?
I mean, what can I say? I don't know, man. It's horse tested for something, but I don't know what. I don't know for sure what it was. They're sure as hell not gonna pay the tickets back, man. If you ever bet on horses, dude, once that shit goes official and they take the tickets at the window, that's that. I don't give a damn what they decide tomorrow, next month, next year. So at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. Do I think Baffert cheats? Probably, but I think I spoke to Marcus today about that. It's like NASCAR in a sense. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Right.
You push that envelope to the fucking gray razor's edge, and you make them tell, no, you can't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. That won't happen again. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, you're like Greg LeMond loading up 6, 7, 8, 9 Tour de France. I felt bad. I'm not Lance Armstrong, not Greg LeMond. Lance Armstrong, damn near lost a nut, cancer. Feel bad for the guy. So he wins 5 more tours. Nobody even thinks to look, hey, dude, you've been juicing. I don't think that's why they got pissed at Lance, dude. I think what they got pissed at him for was the way he threw people under the bus that were just basically telling the truth. He looked like a dickhead. But anyway, that set apart. We have Preakness going Saturday. They did have the draw out. They do have a stall prepared in the opening gate for the Kentucky Derby winner, Medina Spirit. He drew, I forget which number he drew, but he drew a lot. So he will have a gate post. So to me, as far as I know, that means he's running, until they actually scratch him out of the damn race. But for right now, he's scheduled to run. And I always look, the thing I like to do with the Derby to the Preakness, especially with this probably not being the cream of the crop 3-year-old batch, kind of inexperienced little green. Maybe look for a new shooter. Look for a horse that didn't run the Derby, that has, the kind of pedigree that I like coming in here for a little shorter race. The Preakness is a little shorter than the Derby before they get ready to run that huge marathon at the Belmont Stakes in a few more weeks. But I'm going to bang out of here. Jason likes the Braves. Matty Max Freed is back to form. Well, he'll need to get back to form because I didn't see much form. I was looking at it last night. I saw pretty rancid performance. Not to say he can't improve, but I'm going to bet against him tonight.
Well, I got to call out the Braves reliever, AJ Minter. When I went to the game the other night, there was a female who trotted down there, and I guess she may have seen him in the past, and he kind of did a head bob to her from the dugout. I don't think he's focused at all, and that's an issue for Atlanta. I mean, even Max Fried, I think he'll start out good, but you got to worry about the bullpen. And so, I mean, the Braves, I don't like them. I would lean to your side, Tony. I know I know my buddy Super J there. He's a diehard. I don't know if he's going to the game tonight, but I think the runs will come late. I do see it getting over that total. So, but the middle relief for the Braves is just AJ.
Man, that's all of baseball, dude. That's where the MLB pitching gets watered down, because they won't let the starters get 20 outs. They only let them get about 15. It's those dudes that get out 16 through 22 that are pretty weak. I mean, that's pretty much across baseball. You're basically just putting in double and triple A pitchers trying to get a couple outs. Now, the better teams have the better guys. So if you can set your pitching up 6, 7, 8 with a closer, if you got that many guys, I don't know when the last time I've seen a team, the Royals, when they won it 6, 7 years ago, I think they had it rolling like that, where they could, if they had to lead it into the 5th inning, it was good night, because they had the 6th, 7th, 8th, and the closer. Good luck scoring on it. Yeah, so not many teams with that. Everybody's got to work through those middle relief issues. I'm not out against the Braves. I just need to see a little more this early. What I'm seeing from them, and I've been a lifelong Braves fan. I'm from Charlotte, man. I was a Braves fan for decades, dude. Trust me, I went through I'm still waiting for Lonnie Smith to score. And I've been waiting damn near 30. It'll be 30 years come October. I'm still waiting for Lonnie Smith to score Game 7 of the 1991 World Series.
Twins.
I don't know. Wait, where you at, Lonnie? That ball's to the wall, dude. You should be scoring, man.
Yeah.
He didn't score. So that's
at least we got David Justice in 1995. That's a little shot. But if we didn't have that, it'd be pretty bad as a Braves fan.
The 1-0 win. Yeah, the game, the year the Braves actually did win the series, a 1-0 win. I want to say that was Tom Glavine that pitched that game. David Justice was the only. It was a solo shot early in the game, and that was the only run.
Yep.
And that's how the Braves won a World Series. Game 6, 1-0.
Yep.
The lineups, and I'll tell you what, baseball right now, I see a lot of good lineups, man. And I'll take a lineup for what it's worth, but without pitching, dude, I don't give a fuck how good you hit. I'm just kind of an old school philosophy when it comes to baseball. I don't give a damn how good. I would rather have good pitching than good hitting any day, and twice on Sundays, because I'm going to be trying to manufacture, get hit by a pitch, bunt that bitch to second, anything to score a fucking run. I'm just not mentality of the way. And I've noticed a lot more of this year, where pitchers are, I don't know what they're doing. You can speculate they did something to the ball, or that the pitchers have figured something out a little bit, but they're just not jacking them out quite the same. And even if they are, there's no base hits. The league is like not hitting well right now. You got a couple teams hitting well, but you've got a lot of teams hitting. I remember teams not hitting this bad in like the 70s, when it was really a bunch of dead hitting. So we'll see how it plays out. But without the pitching, no team is going very far. And that middle relief is probably the biggest key to any bullpen. I mean, you can find you a closer and settle in on him, but if you can't get to the closer with 3 outs in the 7th and 3 outs in the 8th, because nobody goes 8 innings anymore. There was a time, we're talking about the 90s Braves, those dudes went 8 innings. Yeah. And hand the ball to the closer. There was no middle relief. Those guys just did what they're supposed to do, sit back there and watch the game from the bullpen. It's just for my money, when I would see those guys warming up, I would start getting nervous, dude. I don't even want to see you stand up and shake your legs out. Just sit back down. That's what I would see when I would see any of those middle relief stiffs. Matzik and Luke Jackson. Luke Jackson rings a bell. The Matzik, was he? Someone sounds like
had a really good play Sunday Night Baseball against the Phillies, where he lifted up his glove, caught it out of nowhere, double play. I think he's been there he was definitely there last year, but he has been solid.
Like a converted starter. That name rings a bell. The Luke Jackson definitely rings a bell. But Matzik, I'm not as sure about. Yeah, good luck with the Braves, man. Like I say, rooting for any team in baseball, it is what it is, man. You can go your whole lifetime and not win a title. Just ask anybody that rooted for the Cubs and shit, dude. I mean, you can literally go generations of your family with no titles. So don't feel too bad. The Braves, you got one, buddy. Trust me. It did happen. It actually did happen. I watched it. They won one title. It took everything in the world to, like I said, Braves back then just didn't score runs. It was probably the most aggravating fucking team to ever play baseball. The pitching was a Hall of Famers, man. John Smoltz, Glavine, Maddox. You had literally 3 fucking Hall of Famers, man. Yeah, Avery, and even the other dudes weren't awful. You know, Avery, but 3 Hall of Fame starters, dude. Smoltz, Glavine, Maddox, 3 of them, and you're not winning more than 1 title because you can't score any fucking runs.
Yeah,
welcome to the Atlanta Braves, man. I feel for you guys. I'm going to bail out of here. 3:57, 3 minutes until the top of the hour. Give everybody a chance to log off. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks for your input, Jason. Thanks to Maddie Stotts for showing up here and helping me out with a Wednesday. Mr. Lou Diamond, busy with his current relocation to the new facilities there in Las Vegas as he looks to expand the ever-reaching presence of BettorCenter.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to bail out. Good luck tonight, everybody.
All right, guys, and I'm out too. I appreciate you being with me, Red Rocket. And, yeah, Lou's going through some metamorphosis right now. He'll be back, but your health is your wealth. This is Matty Steady signing out on behalf of Live Betting Center.